Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the Mental Health Webinar Series 2020 and 2021. Today we are in 408 to 2 session. Today we are going to see the topic Introduction to Hypnosis by the resource person, Mr. Muthya Ramanathan. Sir, he is the director for Mind Dynamics Center, Chennai. I would like to give some intro about him. As all we know about the Muthya sirs, even though for the newcomers, I would like to give the introduction. Mr. Muthya Ramanathan sir, he is the corporate trainer and counselor. He served as president of the Hypnotic Circle.
You can mute everyone.
Yes, sir. I would like to give the intro about the Mr. Muthya Ramanathan sir. Sorry for the disturbance. I think somebody is unmuted. Mr. Muthya Ramanathan sir, he is a director for Mind Dynamics Center, Chennai. He is a corporate trainer and counselor. He served as president of the Hypnotic Club, Chennai for 14 years. He presented thousands of training programs and trained well over 1 lakh people on self-development all over India in the last 30 plus years. He more than 100 of his videos on self-development are available in the YouTube channel in Mind Dynamics Tamil. The channel name is Mind Dynamics Tamil. His courses on transactional analysis and hypnosis in Tamil as well as in English are available in the international educational platform udemy.com. He written 2 books in Tamil, Power of Subconscious Mind and Hypnosis, and How to Score More Than 90% in exam. And every week, weekly, he reviews the 2 books on self-development on Wednesday and Friday in the WhatsApp group called Red 4 in English. And in Tamil, every Thursday, he is reviewing the books in the WhatsApp group called Mind Your Mind. He has recently started a series of lecture in Tamil on Psychology 101 in Mind Your Mind group. He specializes in hypnosis, transactional analysis, neuro-linguistic program, and psychology. With the kind note, I would like to invite today's resource person and all the participants on behalf of American College Madurai, MS Chellamuthi Institute Madurai, Madras School of Social Work Chennai, Red Pond Educational Psychological Research Center, Yellow Pond Counseling Center, and Tamil Nadu Career Counseling Association, Tamil Nadu Counseling Psychotherapy Association, STEPS Foundation. On behalf of all these organizations, I would like to intro today's resource person, Mr. Muthya Ramanathan sir, and all the participants. Sir, over to you, sir. You can take this session. Sir, you can unmute yourself.
All right. Welcome. Thanks a lot, Dr. Salim and Sunanda also. And welcome to all the participants here, somewhere around 70. Very nice to see so many people are interested in hypnosis coming from a background called psychology, right? And by and large, hypnosis is an altered state of consciousness. Now you and I are in a particular state of consciousness called waking awareness, wherein I am speaking in English and you know a little bit of English, I know a little bit of English. So with our knowledge in English, we are trying to understand. I am coding whatever I am telling you and you are decoding what I am telling you. This is a particular state of consciousness. But then hypnosis takes you to a different altered state of consciousness. So before I go into the subject proper, by and large in psychology, we say anytime you talk to a new person or a group, establish a rapport with the group to start with. And rapport building is very, very essential in neuro-linguistic programming also. So how do I build a rapport with you? By answering a couple of your questions, because I'm absolutely positive all of you know something or other about hypnosis, whether right or wrong, I do not know, but then you have heard of it, you have seen something in TV, seen something in movie, seen some, heard from some of your friends or read from some of the books. So you have some idea about hypnosis and you're not quite sure whether it is right or wrong. As I said in the narration earlier, in the message that I sent to people, any question you have, any doubts you have, we will clarify all the myths and the doubts about hypnosis, and we'll find out what are the truths about hypnosis also, so that we will have a grounding. Once we clarify all the myths, it becomes much easier. So for the next 5 minutes or so, I would like to be with you. Ask all your questions to the largest possible extent. I will answer them one after the other. If it is in chat, Dr. Salim will let me know. Go ahead, shoot. Questions? What do you know? What are your doubts? What do you want to know? Hello?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Huh.
Sir, on hypnosis, as I said, we can control somebody, or as a general layman language, everybody has hypnosis, we can control. So is it how it is, sir? Is it like right or how it is, sir? To controlling
can-
other.
See, you have a problem, physical problem. I'm not saying you meaning all. So someone has got a physical problem and he goes to the doctor, and the doctor gives a chloroform or an injection, and then it is possible for him to do surgery. But doesn't mean the patient has lost control. He is handing over his control to the doctor because he knows doctor is a reliable person, he is a good person who knows much more about my body than I myself know about it. And with him, it is safe, and he will be telling me something or doing something with me, and that will help me. So same way, whenever we call them as subject in psychology, we don't call them as patients. Subjects or clients, when they come to us, we help them to reprogram their mind. Nearly 80% of the problems in the body are due to mind. Nearly 80% of the problems in the mind are due to tension, stress, or our perception. And hypnosis helps us to rearrange the perception, do something with the coding here, recording here in the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and then we will set it right, or we will make it the way, rewrite in such a way the other person gets what he wants. That's the main reason. So it doesn't mean they lost control. They still have control, but then we are reprogramming it, and they are assisting us in their getting reprogrammed. Right? Other questions?
Sir,
Good
this is
evening.
Gopalakrishnan. This is Gopalakrishnan, sir. And people tell in lot of movies that whatever the mistakes or no, this one evil doings and all we have done in the previous bus can be corrected by hypnosis. Is it really true, sir? How effectively it is there in our Tamil Nadu, sir?
Two angles. One, you talked about movie and the TV, but then you open news channel or any TV channel, they will be talking about crimes. They will not talking about a good family. They will not be talking about good child rearing practices. They will not be talking about how to run an office. They will be talking only about kutra chantram, crime, nadandadu enna, chadak chadak kutti kolai, kallakadal. So this is what sells. Same way, anything good about hypnosis will not sell. So everything bad about hypnosis or anything bad about hypnosis or anything that gets exaggerated, that only gets highlighted one. And you were talking about previous birth. By and large, science does not agree with previous birth. So I'll give you two examples when it comes to previous birth. Supposing whatever problem that I have now in this birth is because of my previous birth, I am asking you, whatever problem you had in a previous birth, that was due to the earlier birth. And then whatever problem you had the earlier birth, that was the problem because of the earlier birth. Ultimately, you will end up at one bacteria was hungry and the bacteria ate one another bacteria. The other bacteria got angry and that is that wants to take vengeance from you now. So that doesn't work. No court of law in the world agrees with previous birth. One. Number two, American Psychological Association does not recognize previous birth. So we go with psychology, we go with science. So previous birth doesn't work, doesn't exist. And one another thing, supposing in the previous birth, if you were a lamb and I was a lion and I killed you because I was hungry, now do you want to take vengeance upon me saying that because you killed me last time, I want to kill you this time? Will that work? So previous birth does not work in science.
Sir, good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. This is Geeta. I have two questions. The first one is like I seem in office, I have this problem. I seem to be very pleasant in my mind and my thinking, and my face does not seem to be reflecting the same. So my developing rapport with my colleagues, I'm finding it very, very difficult. This is one thing. Is there any tips in hypnosis to be able to overcome that? Then number two, sir, number two is very important. You were talking about the previous birth and the next birth and all that. Science, in my opinion, is very, very limited. It's just a grain on the sand in the ocean. What you have discovered with the help of science is very little when compared to the vast universe. So I wouldn't agree with what you said on the birth stuff. It may
Yeah.
be true,
Yes,
it may
I
not
also
be true,
stand with
but
Geeta, sir.
science is very limited, is what I want to say. And
So
there are
you
lots
tell
of
me
things you
what
can
is
achieve
unlimited
beyond
one?
science, and there are lots of things that you can achieve without the help of science to discover so many things.
Geeta, we are going outside the subject. You have every right to differ from me. I
Sure,
told you
sure.
my point of view. You
Sure,
are free to explore your own and find out your own, right?
Okay.
I have a disagreement here. That's it.
Sure.
American Psychological Association does not recognize it. No medical journal has published any paper on previous birth.
Okay,
So
sir. Please,
I'm
my
limiting
first question.
myself to science.
Yes.
Others, for you,
Yes, sir.
try it out in mirror, what you say and how does the body respond. And
Okay.
my training program here, at the end, maybe if possible, I will take you through a 10 minutes process of relaxation. That would help, right? Others.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Gopalakrishnan,
Sir,
my
Payal
second
is
part
saying.
was not answered, sir.
My
My second part, I was asking how effectively it is there in Tamil Nadu, sir, this hypnosis.
hypnosis, all over the world, internationally, people are afraid of hypnosis. People are interested in hypnosis. I usually jovially used to say, I have sent it in my book. This is my book on hypnosis, powers of the subconscious mind and hypnosis, where I said hypnosis is like a college girl to a college boy or college boy to a college girl. Very attractive, but at the same time, you are afraid to go ahead and tell the other person, I love you. But everyone wants to say, I love you, but everyone is afraid of saying, I love you. Similarly, hypnosis is something everyone wants to know. But then anytime two people come to me for hypnosis, they always say, hypnotize the other person, so I will get to know. So the still fear, the fear is still there. That is the reason why in Chennai, we started a hypnotic circle in 1974. I joined the circle in 1984 and I served it as president for 14 years. And our idea is to propagate hypnosis all over Chennai and Tamil Nadu to start with. So the circle is running for the past 47 years.
Can we have the phone? You can publish the phone number in the this one, sir, message. Sir.
My phone number, Dr. Salim will make it available here. Right?
Okay,
Others.
Yes, sir.
Faster,
Sir,
faster.
my question is, sir, what is the difference between neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis?
Payal complete and then Soumya come, please. Payal.
Yes, sir. So my question is, what is the difference between hypnosis and neuro-linguistic programming?
Hypnosis is one subject, neuro-linguistic programming is another subject. Both of them are one chapter in psychology. And neuro-linguistic programming was based on modeling 4 people, and one of the important people that NLP modeled, or Richard Bandler and John Grinder modeled, was Milton Erickson. Milton Erickson was a top-class hypnotist. So the impact of hypnosis will definitely be there in NLP. Others? Soumya.
Sir, I would like to ask, hypnosis people will take us under their control. We will not be under our control of the mind, especially. They will make us do anything, whatever they wanted under this condition.
Yeah, very good question. Meaning, I cannot ask you to pick up a knife and hit against another person. That doesn't work. I cannot ask you to change your religion. That doesn't work. Whatever we are deeply believing in, they cannot be changed. By and large, the hypnotist is assisting you in you getting what you want. The entire programming is about relaxation, visualization, and post-hypnotic positive suggestions or positive affirmations. So no violence, no negativity, no unwanted information can be given to you. One. Another one, a hypnotist was hypnotizing the subject. In the process, the hypnotist has had a heart attack and he fell down. The moment he fell down, the subject got to know that there was a noise, and he got to know that the hypnotist fell down. The subject took care of the hypnotist and took him to the hospital, and he became all right. Doesn't mean you lose all your senses. You will still be in your senses, but by and large, if you are under hypnotic trance, the phone were to ring, you will ignore the phone and still be with me. Same way, if you're talking to your friend, you will ignore the other person and be talking to you will put off the phone and still be talking to the other friend. That way, under hypnosis, you'll be more interested in paying attention to what the hypnotist says rather than jumping over everywhere. You'll be aware, you will listen to the telephone sound, you will listen to other people calling, but then you will choose to ignore because you are more interested in a particular area where your mind is focused on. That's the only difference. Others?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Shall we go
A
to
lot
some
of tools are there.
Hypnosis.
one last
Sir.
question and then we'll go to the subject proper. Yes.
Sir, in chat box, lot of.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Good.
ma'am. Deepa, ma'am, go ahead. Yeah, you can ask.
Yes.
Sir, in a counseling scenario, which circumstances are hypnosis usually used? Like CBT, REBT. And do you tell the client that you're going to use hypnosis?
We normally say eclectic. A person who knows only one subject will treat using only one subject. An NLP specialist will use NLP. A TA specialist will use TA. And, or hypnotic specialist will use hypnosis. But then my subjects are, I specialize in 4 areas. One is psychology, another one is hypnosis, another one is NLP, another one is TA. So I will use anything that I want. I know a little bit of REBT and other things also. It all depends on the expertise of the other person. On the table, we take a decision. For something I use hypnosis, for something I use TA, for something I use NLP, for something I use RET. It doesn't matter what I use, longest the subject becomes better off because of me. That's the point.
Thank you, sir.
Right, we'll go into the subject proper and then we'll come back to this area a little later. Otherwise, this alone will take me 1 hour, right? Be with me. And as I told you, hypnosis has got a huge history. 2000 years back, 4000 years back, in the Aesculapian temples, Greek caves, we have recordings or pictures, rock etchings of somebody hypnotizing somebody else. In the ancient caves in Greek Aesculapian temples, we have rock etchings of somebody hypnotizing somebody else. They are recorded 4000 years back or 2000 BC like. So Aesculapian temples are normally temples also called as sleep temples, wherein Greek people have got a mythology and they've got lots and lots of hundreds of thousands gods for everything. So one of the gods for the god for sleeping is called Hypnos. Hypnos Devade or Hypnos angel. So if you pray for Hypnos, you will get sleep. That was the idea. Aesculapian temple, whenever people have a lot of problems, they climb up on top of the mountain, just like our Lord Muruga in 6 tiny little mountain tops. You climb on top of the mountain, you have a good exercise, good breeze, and good a larger bird's eye point of view. And then the air is also fresh, and you get to see lots of greeneries also. At that favorable point of time, if you ask God something or the angel something, and then you sleep in the temple, you will have a good quality sleep and you will have a good quality dream. In the dream, a solution will appear. You are physically exhausted, positively exhausted. The environment is so very good. You are not connected to worldly affairs because you are up on top of a mountain. The oxygen supply is good. No noise there. Greenery is there. Birds and other things are there. So in that context, in a favorable environment, you'll be able to think of something, dream something, and in the dream, you will get the solution. So they were favoring this Aesculapian temple. They were calling it as Aesculapian temple, right? So that was good old days. We had histories of hypnosis being used. And then Franz Anton Mesmer, 250 years back, he was using something similar to hypnosis. But then there are some controversies, but he was using hypnosis only. It was not termed as hypnosis because it was termed after him as mesmerism. Still, the words mesmerism and hypnotism are going together. And mesmerism cured a lot of people who have got psychosomatic problems. As I told you earlier, the symptoms or the reflections of what is visible there is the body, but this is called a presenting problem. The deep-rooted problem or the source of the problem or the root cause of the problem is there in the mind or in the subconscious mind. And the using mesmerism, Franz Anton Mesmer, Vienna, Austria, was able to make people believe that their problems are getting solved. And the moment they felt good here in their unconscious mind or subconscious mind or in their mind, automatically the body become all right. And he has cured thousands of people using this technique. Right, and then coming over, we had a Father Abbe Faria. Father Abbe Faria in Goa. There is a statue available in Goa. I had been to Goa, standing in front of the Father Abbe Faria's statue. I took a photo. In the end, if time permits, I'll show you the photos also. Goa Old Secretariat. Outside the compound of the Old Secretariat, Government Secretariat of Goa, there is a statue of Father Abbe Faria hypnotizing a lady there. So India comes into play about 220 years back. And then we had another doctor by name James S. Dyle, Esdaile. He was a British doctor. He has done 300 major surgeries and about 2000 minor surgeries using only hypnosis, because chloroform or ether was not applied in medicine at that point of time. So nobody knows anything about chloroform. Nobody knows anything about giving anesthesia using those chemicals. So for Dr. James S. Dyle was using only hypnosis, and he was using hypnotherapy to do surgeries and all. And then we come across another person by name Jean Martin Charcot, Jean, Jean Martin, Martin, Charcot, 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 Jean Martin Charcot. Charcot was a great hypnotist, and Dr. Freud, the father of modern psychology, comes across Dr. Jean Martin Charcot doing hypnosis, and he learned hypnosis from Jean Martin Charcot, and he was practicing like Jean Martin Charcot. Originally, he was an MBBS like doctor, and then he specialized in neurology, and then Freud became a hypnoanalyst. And the dream of dream of Dr. Sigmund Freud was to become like Charcot. But then later he became 100 times greater than Charcot. But then originally, when Freud was young, Freud's dream was to become like a great hypnotist like Jean Martin Charcot. And then later, one day, Freud was hypnotizing a lady and offering hypnotherapy in his house early in the morning, somewhere around 6 o'clock, 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, I do not know, early in the morning. Normally, when he does hypnosis or the relaxation process, it's not to be disturbed. So he always puts on a red light, and the red light will be burning outside the door, with the result that nobody will disturb him. And he was hypnotizing a young lady, and he was offering her nice suggestions, positive post-hypnotic suggestions, and then ultimately the session is over, and there was a servant maid waiting to come here and mop the floor or broom the floor like. And Freud completed the whole thing. 1, 2, and 3 wake up, and the lady wakes up. The moment this young, beautiful lady wakes up, and she felt so good that her problem got solved, she came over to Freud, hugged him, and kissed him. And as she was coming running over, Freud automatically normally thought session is over. He has put off the light. The moment the light is put up, the servant maid entered, and this lady came and kissed Freud. And the Freud was put to embarrassment, and he felt very, very uncomfortable and uneasy. And he said, "I am stopping hypnoanalysis, not because it doesn't work, but because it works." Freud stopped hypnoanalysis not because it doesn't work, but because it works. It is there in this book by David Scott, Modern Hospital Hypnosis, especially for anesthetists, by David L. Scott, consultant anesthetist, Wiston Hospital, Prescott, Lancashire, England. There he quotes Freud stopping hypnosis because of this incident, right? Had Freud continue on with hypnoanalysis, the entire world will be talking about hypnoanalysis and not psychoanalysis today. It's a real pity that Freud stopped it. And coming over, some of the use values of hypnosis: health and fitness, I'll go faster, and better immune system, good sleep, pain reduction, weight reduction, improving sexual relationships, easy childbirth, anger management, overcoming phobia, inferiority complex, overcoming shyness, handling criticisms, quit smoking, stopping alcohol, stress management, solving problems, productive performance, achieving goals, improving memory, improving concentration, scoring high marks, facing interviews, sports performance, healthy self-image, high self-esteem, self-confidence, positive thinking, creative thinking, public speaking, communication skills, interpersonal relationships, couple relationships, overall personality development. In all these areas, hypnosis can help, right? And one more thing that I want to tell all the psychologists is, you might be knowing psychology by Atkinson and Hilgard, Ernest Hilgard and his wife Josephine Hilgard. And these two people are top-class hypnotists, and he has written a wonderful textbook, and this textbook is being, he died in 2001. 4 more psychology professors are taking over Hilgard's book and updating it on every year basis. And this Ernest Hilgard was a top-class hypnotist, and he's written a couple of books on hypnosis along with his wife Josephine Hilgard, and he has also served as the president of the American Psychological Association for 5 years or so. And then he was also given a distinguished meritorious award for contribution to psychology by American Psychological Association. President of the American Psychological Association and an author, textbook author of psychology, internationally acclaimed author, was also a hypnotist, right? So a lot of top class people were hypnotists and are hypnotists also. Right, coming back, the definition of hypnosis is a natural psychophysiological altered state of consciousness induced by skillful use of suggestions, resulting in lessening or reducing your inhibitions, reservations, and heightening your ability to receive positive suggestions. Don't worry, I'll go slowly, one after the other. Hypnosis is natural, meaning the hypnotist will not even touch you, he will not give you medicine. He will simply talk to you, it's a talk therapy. Hypnosis is natural. Psychophysiological, meaning it involves your body, it involves your mind, both. And then psychophysiological, altered state of consciousness, like you and I are talking in a wakeful state, and then we go into sleep, and then we go into yoga, we go into meditation. Sometimes we are totally entranced in a movie or a TV or a book or a friend or a love or a lover or a sexual relationship. All these things, you go into an altered state of consciousness. So one such altered state of consciousness is hypnosis. And then what it does, it heightens your ability to receive your suggestions, and it is given by an expert with very, very positive suggestions. During the process, normally it takes about 20 minutes. During the 20 minutes process, the hypnotist will not even give you one negative word. All the words, all the sentences, all the information that he gives you are 100% positive. Meaning there are not many people who can talk 20 minutes positively. One such person is hypnotist, and invariably when the hypnotist talks so positively, the other person falls in love or likes. The rapport building is easy and the communication becomes easy. A relationship also gets established. That's the reason why almost all the hypnotists are very, very lovable people, very, very likable people. And coming over, it lessens your inhibitions and reservations about what can happen to me. So all these things are taken away by clarifying the myths and doubts of the individual or the client who visits a hypnotherapist. And then the positive suggestions when offered, they were very well received. To give you just one example, supposing a +2 boy, he failed in monthly, midterm, quarterly, monthly, midterm, half-yearly model exam. So 8 examinations he failed in mathematics. Supposing I go tell him, in the coming annual examination, you will be able to score 80% in mathematics. Normally, he will look at me up and down. He say, are you making fun of me? Are you irritating me? Because he will get angry because there's a physical evidence telling him 8 times he failed. But then if I were to take him under hypnosis in about 20 minutes time, and then I tell him it is possible for you to score 80% in the annual examination, ignoring everything that has happened in the past, we will start anew here and then we'll work on it. And his immediate unconscious mind or subconscious mind will tell him, tell me that how can I go about getting 80%? You'll be volitionally, voluntarily, willingly be choosing to respond to me, choosing to listen to me, and whatever I tell him, he will record them here and he will go about studying well and he will score 80% also. Normal conscious state, if we were to tell him he will score 80, he will fight against me saying there are 8 evidences telling that I have failed. But in this context, he is able to receive it because I have clarified his myths, I have made him feel good, I have physically relaxed him, I have taken him through a process of visualization, I have reduced all his inhibitions and reservations, and I am taking him to an altered state of consciousness, and then I am offering him positive affirmations or positive suggestions, wherein he is very, very receptive, and then he receives them, records them, and whatever he has recorded, post-hypnotic session, after coming out of hypnosis, the post-hypnotic session, it gets into activity and in real time in day-to-day affair, day and night, it makes him act, it makes him perform, it makes him work in order to get 80%, right? So by and large, this is a definition. It's a normal psychophysiological altered state of consciousness induced by skillful use of suggestion, conditioning, and resulting in lessening or reducing inhibitions and reservations, heightening his ability to receive positive suggestions, right? And then coming over, there are light trances, and then there are 4 stages: light trance, and then medium trance, and then deep trance, and then somnambulistic. Light trance is what everyone can undergo. 90% of the people will undergo light trance much easier. Everyone will be able to go into it. And then medium trance is a slightly little more intensive, wherein the receptivity will be all the more. So wherein again, I think about 60% of the people will be able to go into light medium trance. Another 20 to 30% of the people will be able to go into deep trance. And somnambulistic people. Somnambulistic in normal English means people who walk in the sleep. So here it is slightly different. Somnambulistic meaning you are going much more deeper level of trance state and hypnosis, wherein even surgeries are possible. Surgeries are much more possible with somnambulistic people, and invariably you come across actors and actresses. We call them as histrionic people. Those are the people who are highly susceptible. You tell them to cry, they will cry immediately. You tell them to love, they will love immediately. Laugh immediately, they will laugh. Any expression they will be able to give, because they will take their body and mind into it 100%. In a fraction of a second, they will be going to any emotion and reflect that emotion or act on that emotion. So those are the people, somnambulistic people. It is easy to take them across, and that's the reason why sometimes a lot of times they perform very well. Sometimes they go crazy also. They commit suicide also, because they are histrionic people. Whatever they act in the movie, they take it out on the day-to-day living, and then they get into problems. That's a different story out of our subject, right? So 4 stages: light trance, medium trance, and deep trance, and somnambulistic trance. And then, as I told you about definitions, I told you about myths, I told you about history, I told you about uses, I told you about stages also, right? And next area is, I'll give you 1 or 2 cases so that you can understand how it goes about. In some other training program, I said that maybe some participants may be here. And one lady came to me for counseling, and on the last semester in MBBS, she failed. All through her career, she was always number 1, a gold medalist, starting from play school, pre-KG, LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard, +2, and all the semesters in MBBS. She was a gold medalist, number 1. And in the last semester, she failed. Not that she became first class, she totally failed in the examination, and she went into depression. And I was doing a lot of programs in Apollo for doctors and nurses there at that point of time. So she had come for counseling to Apollo, and those doctors referred that girl to me. And she came to me and she said, for the first time in my life, how can I fail of all the people in the world? I was always a gold medalist. And then under hypnosis, I took a couple of sessions, not that a fraction of a second in one time, but I did a magic. No way. I was talking with her, and then by and by under trance, she told me, I am in love with my classmate. Right. Oh, okay, good. And then my family members okayed it. Okay, good. His family members okayed it. Okay, good. And then what happened? We were in love, and we told our parents, and they said complete MBBS and then we will celebrate marriage. But it so happened, if the examination were to happen in June, it so happened the boy fell sick because of malaria or typhoid or some such for about a month. He was sickly, was in bed. And because he was in bed, this lady started thinking, if very likely he is not studied well, very likely he will fail. If he fail and I pass, I become a senior doctor, the marriage may not come through. Supposing I also fail and he also fails, very good, we will wait for 6 more months and then we will pass and then we can get married. In case he passes after undergoing this typhoid, he passes, it doesn't matter. As long as the man passes and the wife fails, doesn't matter, they will perform the marriage. This is Indian condition. I'm not talking about gender bias or any criticizing the culture. I'm saying the boy passes, girl fails, marriage will happen. Right? If both of them pass, marriage will happen. If both of them fail, marriage will happen 6 months later. Supposing I get a gold medal, the boy passes, the marriage may not come through. Either my parents or his parents will stop the marriage. So I want to protect my marriage and want to live with him for the next 50 years. Save bet whether he will pass or not. It is good for me that I fail in my examination. And subconscious decision, she decided to fail and she failed. But then the conscious mind has got a conflict. It said, how can you fail? And it took her into depression, right? So when I told her it was your decision and you want the marriage to come through and you want to live with that man for the next 50 years, Doesn't matter, you wait for 6 more months in order to pass the examination. It so happened the boy passed, right? It so happened the boy passed, and doesn't matter, wait for 6 more months, and maybe if the marriage comes through now, it's well and good. If it comes through after 6 months, again it's well and good. So it was her decision, subconscious decision, which she herself does not know. The idea of the hypnotherapist is to bring it to her awareness and knowledge. And then she said, if I was the one who took the decision, marriage is definitely important, then it's okay that I fail. And she became comfortable with herself and she came out of depression. One another area. Another person, 40 years old, met with an accident, broke his leg and could not walk anymore. All the doctors said, if in about 2 months' time, 3 months' time, the leg was all right. But then the guy could not walk at all and he was in the wheelchair. One after the other, every doctor came by, muscles are okay, bones are okay, nerves are okay, blood circulatory system is okay, everything is okay. But then we do not know how come this man doesn't walk. And everyone in the family was also worried. Ultimately, a hypnotherapist was called and the hypnotherapist comes over and then he talks to the person alone in the room. And then by and by, under trance, he was asking the other person, the subject, and the subject says, in 40 years, I made a lot of money. I don't need to go to work anymore. I don't need to make money. I don't have to work. Now I am enjoying my life, watching TV, being at home. My wife is serving me 6 o'clock in the morning. She gives me coffee. 9 o'clock tiffin comes. 1 o'clock lunch comes. 5 o'clock tea and tiffin comes. 9 o'clock at night dinner comes. I'm happily enjoying my life. I don't need to make money. And I'm enjoying this life being in the wheelchair. I don't want to walk. I can walk. I don't want to walk. So after getting to know this, the hypnotherapist says 1, 2, and 3, open your eyes and come back. He comes back, and then when he comes out, the wife so very sorrow struck. The wife asks, "Can we solve the problem? Can you make him walk?" The hypnotherapist says, "I do not know. Sorry, I'm helpless. I'm not able to find out what is the reason why. Maybe you may consult some other doctor," and he leaves. It is not the job of the hypnotherapist to talk to the wife and tell the wife, your husband is cheating, your husband can walk, hit him on the head and make him walk. No, the hypnotherapist contract is only with the subject, not with the wife's, the subject's wife, right? So in that context, there are some areas which other people may not know. There are some areas which we also do not know. In that context, there's a presenting problem. The guy will come and tell you the presenting problem first. Instance, first meeting, he will always say, I am getting angry with people. And then we will come to know the anger is because of a relationship. And then we will come to know that there is something else that happened when he was 5 years old, right? So hypnotherapy has got a process called age regression, taking him back to his earlier childhood when the original trauma happened, when original stress happened, when original anxiety started or the primal scream started, whatever went wrong at that point in time, he still runs his life. TA calls it a script. Here we call it as mental blocks. So the idea is to rearrange the mental history, reprogram the subconscious mind, and take him age regress, find out the source of the problem, the cause of the problem, and then empower him in such a way that what has happened was happened because you did not have the maturity or the height or the weight or the qualification or the power or the position or the designation in order to solve the problem at that point of time, because you are small, you are 5 years old. And you wanted to survive in the jungle called your family environment, wherein whatever your mommy said was right, whatever your daddy said was right, but whatever you said was right was not right, because you were taking all decisions only based on emotions, because you did not have the thinking faculty, or you did not have the power or maturity to manage your problem or tell the other person, I don't want to do that. So you underwent all the trauma at that point of time, you put forth everything, and then you bottled up, you stomached it. And as Freud said, all the bottled up emotions will reappear at the most unfortunate times and in the most ugliest ways. Father of modern psychology, Freud says, all the bottled up emotions, all the concealed emotions, all the repressed, suppressed emotions will open up, will reappear at the most unfortunate times and in the most ugliest ways. So that is how it happens later, maybe 10 years later, maybe 20 years later, maybe 40 years later, they will even have an impact on you. At that point of time, people will not be able to manage their affairs, and then they will come to a therapist, psychotherapist. Sometimes they come to hypnotherapist. Hypnotherapist uses age regression to take him back, find out what has happened when he was 5 years old or she was 5 years old, and then reprogram the mind, and then then give them self-esteem and self-confidence, give them a lot of positive affirmations, and then make them feel good about themselves, and then bring them to the normal age, normal status quo, 20, 30, 40, 50 years at that point of time, and then normal physical shape, normal thinking faculty, normal feeling faculty, normal here and now, and then open your eyes, and then they feel good about themselves. The problem gets solved. Presenting problem is different. Deep-rooted source problem could be different. Only under trance you'll be able to find out. Hypnosis is one of the best methods. I am not saying hypnosis is the only method. I'm only a teacher. I'm a trainer. I am not a marketing salesperson. If I were a marketing person, I will tell you hypnosis is the only way to cure you. No, I won't tell you. I am one of the best materials is hypnosis. Hypnosis is able to take you to your earlier childhood experiences and rearrange it. Right? And coming over, I would like to show a couple of PowerPoint and videos. Come along. Share is one, and then I will have to down this, and then does it appear? Somebody unmute and tell me.
No, sir.
No, sir, not at, sir.
Up, yeah. ஐயோ
Sir, you click the share.
இது இல்ல.
Sir, share click பண்ணிட்டு உள்ள போங்க சார்.
ஷேர் கிளிக் பண்ணேன்.
click பண்ணி desktop வந்துரும் சார்.
இதுல ஷேர் வருது. ஸ்கிரீன் வந்துச்சா?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
வருதா?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is Goa, Father Abbe Faria hypnotizing a lady. To my knowledge, this is the only statue of somebody hypnotizing somebody in the world. Forget India. So there is a river outside and a ship passing by, a hill outside, a nice place in Goa. Right? And everyone seen that? Yes, no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes,
I'll show you something else. Before I go in, supposing I give you a pencil and I ask you to break the pencil. How will you break the pencil? Hello? Somebody tell me.
Sir, putting our hand in the two end of the pencil and try to bend it.
Right. No two ends, only one hand.
Then difficult, sir.
Pencil to another circle, hit the pencil.
Break it.
No table, no other surface, only one hand, enough. Nothing more than one hand, one palm.
Sir. With the one
Just
side.
tell your mind. So tell your mind that you can break it, and then with your hand itself, with your fingers itself, you just
That's a nice answer, but then physically, how do you do it?
give pressure using the thumb.
Can you
Use
use
the thumb.
three fingers like this and break?
We can just break the tip of the pencil, isn't it?
No, I want you to break it into two, using only one. Now I tell you, can you break the pencil with one finger? Can anyone break the pencil with one finger?
No, sir.
No? Just watch this here. This is me, and I am hypnotizing myself in less than a minute. It's a training program, full day training program. And I have taken the participants the whole day conditioning with hypnosis, and they are already under slight trance going through my training program. This is me doing a demo. The lady sitting over there is my name Kurshid, and she's a psychologist. But this man is a senior advocate in High Court. I am imagining my finger is becoming harder, and it's like a wood, and then a crowbar. Right? You think only I can do it? The other person who is 6 feet tall and 100 kg heavy, and he's checking up the pencil. He's checking up the pencil whether it is okay. He said, I want to do it. Listen to the suggestions. Follow me and whatever I tell. அடிக்கிற போது நீங்க கண்ணை திறந்துட்டு இந்த இடத்துல வச்சாங்க சரியா இப்போ கண்ணு முடிக்கணும் நான் சொல்றேன். Close your eyes and follow me.
Yes.
Thank you. Hard. உடல் சிக்கல் இப்போ கடப்பாரு இரும்பு கடப்பாரு. Harder. Tight. Open your eyes. So this man was 6 feet tall and 100 kg, and this lady 5 feet tall, 50 kg. She said, "Can I break?" Believe whatever I tell you. கான்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். கண்ணை திறந்து இந்த இடத்துல அதில் தகவல் வந்து உடன் ஸ்டிக் wood கடப்பாரு இரும்பு டைட் harder break. This is one another occasion, not one off. Another office. Another training program. And one another I will show you. சென்றடைய முடிகிறது. என்னென்ன சொல்லணும் அதெல்லாம் கேட்டு உடலை ஈர்க வைக்கிற பயிற்சி பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம் வாங்க. தரையில வந்து படுத்துக்கோங்களேன். This is called hypnotic catalepsy, hardening the entire body. Good. கண்களை மூடிக்கோங்க, கால் சேர்த்து வச்சுக்கோங்க, கை சேர்த்து வச்சுக்கோங்க. நான் சொல்றது அப்படி கவனமா கேளுங்க. கையை மேல தூக்குங்க. உங்க உடம்பு முழுக்க அப்படி கடப்பாறையா ஆன மாதிரி நினைச்சுக்கோங்க. You are not individual pieces. You are just one single unit. மடக்கவே முடியாத டைட்டா ஒரு யூனிட். சிங்கிள் யூனிட். டைட். கடப்பாறை மாதிரி டைட்டர். கால் டைட் பண்ணு. டைட். இந்த கை டைட். harder. Wonderful. Beautiful. Tighter. Harder. Tight. Still tighter. எல்லாத்தையும் அப்படியே இருக்க வைக்க. எல்லாம் எதிர்ப்பு போச்சு. அப்படியே ஒரே ஒரு கடப்பாறை, ஒரு சிங்கிள் யூனிட் நீங்க. Tight. Harder. Tight. Harder. Tighten up. Still tougher. Hard. Tight. That's good. Very good. You're doing fine, Tamil. Look at his waist. Look at his tummy. Relax. மெதுவா ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணு. நல்ல மூச்சு விட்டு here. நான் உங்க உடம்பு தாங்கிக்கிறேன். அப்படி லூசா விடுங்க. That's good. Beautiful. மெதுவா விடுங்க. Good. கால் மடிக்கோங்க. Very good. That's nice. மெதுவா எழுந்துக்கோங்க. One more time. Tougher. Hard. Tight. That's good. Very good. How do I come back? WebEx. So return. How do I come back?
Sir, stop sharing, sir.
Stop sharing எங்க இருக்குது? Return ஒன்று போட்டுருக்குது அதுவா?
டாப்ல இருக்கும் சார். ஸ்டாப் ஷேரிங் வந்து டாப்ல இருக்கும் சார், மெனு பார்ல.
மெனு பார் இருங்க வரேன். Let me check 1 minute. இதுல காணோம். இதெல்லாம் கட் பண்ணிடுறேன்.
சார் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வந்தீங்கன்னா மேல மவுஸை மேல கொஞ்சம் மூவ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா வரும் சார். ஸ்டாப் ஷேரிங்
வருது வருது. ஷேர்னு ஒன்று இருக்குது இங்க. ஸ்டாப் வீடியோ
அது
இருக்குது.
பக்கத்துல
ஷேர் அசைன் ஷேர்னு ஒன்று இருக்குது இங்க. ஸ்டாப் ஷேரிங். சரியா? பேக். So, two things I showed you. Number one, people said they cannot break a finger with one, break a pencil with one finger. I can make any number of people, 110 people, all the 110 people to break a pencil with one finger. If you attend my training program or be with me and learn the process from me, meaning I'm not great. The power is already within you. I am bringing the power out. One. Number two, and the hypnotic catalepsy, I can make anyone lie in between the chair and nothing to support you in between. And I am nearly 70 kg heavy. I can stand on top of your leg and then nothing will happen to you. But then do not do it all by yourself. It calls for some expertise. It calls for some conditioning, which only an expert can do. Do not do it with yourself. Maybe you are somebody who you know who is good in hypnosis. If with this support, with this help, maybe you can try. Otherwise, I strongly recommend you don't do it all by yourself. It calls for some expertise. If in case something goes wrong, you will be liable legally. Right? So, questions. Questions, interactions.
Sir, I thought you might answer my question, sir. How I can relate what I think in mind and show it on my face also. I appear to be rude all the time, even though I'm being pleasant in my mind.
So whatever you were speaking with the other person, do the same thing, imagining the other person is there in the mirror, and look at your own face and observe is one.
Okay.
Another one is there is so much, I'm telling you, it is not the 3 people or the 4 people who got power in their finger. My idea of showing them is to see that you have power in your finger, you have power here. The finger is not powerful. The mind believed that this is a crowbar. இது கடப்பாறை என்று உங்கள் மனம் ஆழ்மனம் நம்பியது. கடப்பாறை வச்சு அடிச்சீங்கன்னா பென்சில் உடைஞ்சு போகுது, அவ்வளவுதான். Same way, if you start believing that I can do wonders, you can do wonders. All the power that are needed are already there within you. The only idea is using hypnosis, you are bringing it out to surface. So think that from now onwards, today onwards, my thought process and my feeling process and my expression process will all be similar. I'll feel good about myself. I'll think positively. My expressions will also be positive and it will be receptive to other people in front of me. Start telling yourself that and it will become true. Or you need sitting with a psychologist.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Wonderful session. I have some doubts, sir. What is your, give us some details about self-hypnosis, sir.
Self-hypnosis, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis only. I'm telling you, please close your eyes and take a deep breath and be with me and listen to me and come along with me. And whatever I'm telling you, it will be useful to you. And my voice is like a lullaby. Relax, relax, relax. And you also tell yourself, this man is speaking with me for my own good. And his voice is good and he's telling me something useful. I'm willing to listen. It becomes self-hypnosis. Supposing I tell you relax, relax, and you are not closing your eyes and you're telling me do whatever you feel like I am not listening to you, then I will not be able to do anything with you, right? So in that context, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis only. Very rarely we use hypnosis on a person who doesn't want to get hypnotized. Pondicherry police station 30 years back in 1991, they wanted me to help them out using hypnoanalysis to solve a crime. And there was a murder and 6 people were arrested and all the 6 were dummies and the real 6 people were not arrested because of minister's involvement and police officers' involvement. Ultimately, the IG of police came to know that I am here and I can use hypnosis also. And he called me and he said, come and help us out. So I told them, I know hypnosis theoretically. I do not know whether I can do it practically. And he said, we are policemen. We have done a thorough check on you. Please come. And I went over there and then I hypnotized all the 6 accused twice and then the major one 3 times. And IG got a feedback based on whatever I told him. Ultimately, they found it based on my indications that this man was the murderer, the other one was an abductor, and the other 4 people did not do anything, and they closed the file because the question was raised in the parliament, and the parliament said sub judice Pondicherry case cannot be government case cannot be discussed here in parliament. They closed it, but then they wrote a letter to the chief minister and the police officer saying parliament is being raised with questions. Please close the case. Please complete the case and give us a feedback. So they closed the case with my help and they sent a feedback to parliament saying we closed the case. And in the Pondicherry assembly government record, they said novel methods were used by the IG in order to solve the crime. They did not mention my name. They did not say hypnoanalysis. Right? Sometimes it so happens it's good that my name is not there. It's good that hypnosis was not mentioned in the records of the Pondicherry government. But then certain things are possible. We rarely hypnotize people against their wishes because the wishes of the society is far more important. The police officer said, in the larger interest of the society, we need your professional assistance. So I took the larger interest of the society into account and hypnotized a person who was not willing to get hypnotized, right? So very rarely we do that. By and large, all the people are hypnotizable. All the people are hypnotizable. Whenever I tell them something, they also tell the muscles of your face relaxing, and they tell themselves muscles of my face are relaxing. So all hypnosis is self-hypnosis.
Okay,
Others?
sir, my question here is the reason for this question is நிறைய time பாத்தீங்கன்னா we have the common man generally faces issue with being congruent with their conscious thoughts and the subconscious thoughts. Like say for example, see I am thinking to wake up every day at 4 a.m. in the morning. Every night I think, okay, tomorrow I will wake up at 4 o'clock. But the next day morning, obviously what happens? Mr. Ravi has unmuted.
Ravi, Law. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So if I think to wake up at 4 a.m. in the night and next day morning I'm not able to wake up because there is some congruency issue with myself. So how can we overcome such kind of thoughts processor or the action process which I'm not able to command? Because I am commanding myself, come on, tomorrow you have to wake up because you have so much of work.
So jovially put, don't take it seriously. I'm not criticizing you. When you were saying I want to wake up, right? When we want to wake up, you ultimately concluded with the word we. I have a recording here. So when you say we, it doesn't work. Because you are bringing in a battalion, the whole battalion has got to respond. Whenever you use the word we instead of I, it does not work. One, do you really want to wake up by 4 o'clock, or is it mommy's point of view that you should wake up by 4 o'clock? So whenever somebody else is compelling you to do something, you will not do it because you're not willing to, or you're not willing. You yourself willing to do something, then we can program your mind. Now the larger benefit is something, and delayed gratification plays an important role here. By getting up by 4 o'clock, undergoing some inconvenience here now, a delayed gratification. Sorry. You'll get a larger benefit at a later point of time, maybe 2 months later, maybe 6 months later. So are you willing to delay your gratification, getting the profit or getting the benefit after 6 months? And for that, are you willing to undergo some pain, some discomfort now? If you are convinced in that area, then you will undergo some discomfort here now, and then you will go there. In order to do that, you need a little bit of conditioning. Normally, you just cannot say, I wake up by 4 o'clock. You will not be able to wake up by 4 o'clock because you are conditioned to wake up by 6 o'clock, right? There are some crazy characters like me. I go to sleep by 2 a.m. I wake up by 9 a.m. I say, to hell with the world. So I am a cranky character. Don't model me. But I have taken a decision intentionally to go to sleep by 2 o'clock and intentionally to get up by 9 o'clock only. So in that context, whatever you want to do, it is possible. Number one, are you really willing? Number two, are you willing to delay your gratification and pay some price in order to get that? And are you willing to undergo some processes, maybe for about an hour, sit with somebody and get to know? So with these three, you can definitely wake up at 4 o'clock. Waking up at 4 o'clock is no big deal. There are people doing it. You can also do it. Long as you're a human being, you can do it. If one can do it, you can do it. That is the principle of NLP.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Others?
Sir, is there an extreme case? Has there been in an extreme case, has this process become irreversible? In any case, the process of imagining that you're a crowbar.
Anything learned can be unlearned.
Okay.
Anything learned can be unlearned. You can learn helplessness also. That's called learned helplessness. So we recondition them, we reprogram them, and then make them helpful for themselves.
That's very interesting.
So anything learned can be unlearned.
Okay, sir.
How can we join your program, sir?
Come again?
How can we join your program, sir? To learn such kind of
I'll
things. Really
announce the program on hypnosis online. Wait for a week or 10 days. I'll announce one.
Okay, sir.
Can hypnosis be
Take
done
my
on a
phone number
mentally
and
challenged person?
1 minute. Take my phone number. Give me a hi so that you are in my mailing list.
Sure, sir. Number, please.
Number I'll give you here. Or take down 93810 34310. 93810
Already it's there, sir.
34310.
Already it's there, sir, in chat box.
Right, good. Thank you, Sunanda. Other questions?
Sir,
Can hypnosis be done on mentally challenged people like schizophrenia or
It
bipolar?
depends. Mentally challenged people, in legal terms, they say legal contract when signed, he was sane. He was normally insane, but occasionally sane. When the contract was signed, when he was sane, then the contract is very valid. Normally, a person is sane, occasionally he is insane, and when the contract was signed, when he was insane, the contract is invalid. So it is for the other person to prove whether he was sane at that point of time he was signing the contract. Same way, there are some times when the psychologically challenged people are quite normal. If in that point of time when the receptivity is okay, and then I can talk to them or a hypnotist talks to them, it becomes easier. But we cannot rule out the possibility that 24 hours they are not receptive. We cannot say all the 24 hours they are receptive. They have a challenge. And when they are comfortable, when they are receptive, and it becomes much easier. Many a time it so happens the mummy or the daddy or the husband or the wife or the spouse brings the other person and says set him right. The other person is not willing. The other person is not receptive. Only when the other person is receptive, we'll be able to do something. In order to do that, find out what the other person wants. So for a baby, you can give a toy. For a person, you can give a fruit or a gift. So make the other person feel conducive, feel good about himself, receiving your gift or receiving your positive strokes or love and affection and care and compassion. And then in the receptive mode, bring him to the hypnotist, and then it becomes much easier. Everybody is receptive at some point of time. Everyone has got some likes and dislikes. Find out what the other person likes, offer the other person what he likes or what she likes, and then in the conducive mode, in the receptive mode, take them to a hypnotist. Others?
Sir, is guided imaginary and hypnosis are both same, sir?
Guided imagery, I do not know much because it's more focused on imagery. Hypnosis is about conditioning, reconditioning, reprogramming, accessing the subconscious mind. Guided imagery can stop here. It can be conscious also. And it can simply be an imagery. But then hypnosis can go into your past, age regression, past. And then hypnosis can project you into the future. Hypnosis can recondition you, reprogram you with lots of positive suggestions and affirmations. To give you some examples, I have written a book and wherein I have given suggestions for ego strengthening, suggestions for achieving goals, self-confidence, taking responsibility, problem solving, overcoming from coming out of your worries, time management, stress management, weight reduction, stopping smoking, and scoring more marks, and delivery for pregnant women, selling techniques. For anything and everything, I have given 20 suggestions. For all these topics, for every single topic individually, I have given 20 positive affirmations and suggestions. So we take you through a process called relaxation, and then we take you through another process called visualization, and then we use positive affirmations also, depending on the nature. Guided imagery may not be specifically helpful in a particular context. So I given you about 10 different contexts here, wherein hypnosis is useful, wherein I have given it in the book. Right? Others?
Thank you, sir.
Others?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Vanga.
This is Murli. Yeah, sir, after listening to your entire session, sir, I think my wife is doing this to me all day, sir. Daily I feel this.
Long as it works, keep it.
Thanks, sir.
So all your mental programming, if they help you, keep it. Whatever doesn't work, we will reprogram. Thank you. Others?
Can memories be created through hypnosis?
It is possible. Because as I told you earlier, a person is failing in mathematics, and then we are creating a new memory. As if principle, we call it as if principle. As if I already own a car, as if I already got married, as if I already scored 90%, as if I already own a bungalow, as if I already become the vice president of the company. We make you feel now. Here and now we make you feel that in about a year time, in about 5 years time, we'll be able to achieve whatever you want to. So whatever is there in the future, whatever you want to achieve in the future, we make you believe as if it's all true here now. Get the point? So in the process of pencil breaking also, I made all these people believe that it has become a crowbar. It has become a wooden stick. And they believe that it has become a crowbar. And then they hit the pencil breaks. So I'm creating a new memory. I'm creating a new programming. I'm making them believe something else. When they believe so, it becomes much easier. A person who is no good at sales, I made him believe that he's one of the greatest salesmen in the world. And then after coming out of trance, he says, I am one of the greatest salesmen in the world. And he goes and he happily receives rejections. And then he goes to the next person and then he makes the sales. So that way we can create a new kind of a memory. We call it programming for the future to achieve your goals. We are reconditioning you. We are reprogramming you in the subconscious mind area. Others?
Sir, some lessons are there, sir, in chat box. Shall I read it now?
Hello.
From Anita. Just a minute. Sir. Hypnosis is used only for
what are
therapy.
the side effects of these technologies, sir?
Pardon me?
What are the side effects of this technology?
Side effects are no side effect at all. There is no chemical. We are only programming your mind, making you feel good. A person who is not able to win any gold medal, any medal in these sports, we make him believe that it is possible to win a medal, and then the competitors become
so as you said, you're reprogramming it, you're reconditioning. So won't it affect their normal routine life?
It will not affect because I'm only relaxing your body. I'm only making you visualize something which is positive, give you positive information. There is no negative word at all in the entire 20 minutes of process. So that way, when nothing negative is given to you, how can it become wrong, or how can it become a side effect or a wrong effect?
Because I just read some in the Google, they said hallucination kind of thing will happen after hypnosis. I don't know whether it's true or not.
You drive a vehicle at all points of time. Hundreds and thousands of vehicles are coming on the opposite side, right? So what you want to do is, I drive safe, I am going home, I am going to office, I am going to college. So that's the conditioning. If you start thinking that all the vehicles coming in the opposite direction, they are out to kill me, then you will have a problem in your driving. Right? You go to Google, you will get all sorts of information. That's the problem with Google. Google will give you everything. Google will tell you how to kill your wife, how to kill your husband.
Okay. Okay, fine.
It all depends on what are you searching for.
Again, it comes under positive psychology, right, sir? So if we think positively, everything will be positive, right?
Positive psychology is one of the branches which came much later. Hypnosis came 4,000 years back. Hypnosis,
Okay,
transcendent
okay.
and mesmerism, identifying psychosomatic problems. Body is not the problem, mind is the problem, was identified by originally by Franz and Mesmer. Allopathy was not working at that time. Allopathy
Okay.
developed only in the First World War and the Second World War. It is not even 100 years old.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay, sir.
hypnosis,
Got it, got it.
valid hypnosis is nearly 250, 270 years old.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you,
Modern
thank you,
hypnosis
sir.
is 270 years old. Ancient hypnosis is 2000, 4000 years old.
Thank
Others,
you, sir. Thank you.
thank you. வாங்க others.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
வாங்க.
Hello, sir. வணக்கம், sir.
வணக்கம், சொல்லுங்கள்.
சார் இப்போ உங்க செஷன் வந்து ஃபுல்லா நான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன் சார். ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருந்தது, ரொம்ப இன்ஃபர்மேட்டிவ். ரொம்ப உங்களுக்கு தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லிக்கிறேன் சார். என்னோட கொஸ்டின் என்னன்னா, எங்க பிரதர் ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒரு 20 இயர்ஸா ஐபிஎஸ்ன்ற ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்துட்டு இருக்கு சார். அதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா ஐபிஎஸ் சரியான ஆமா சார், இரிட்டபிள் பவல் சிண்ட்ரோம். அதாவது அவருக்கு அதுல வந்து ப்ராப்பர் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் கிடையாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. நிறைய கேஸ்ட்ரோஎன்ட்ராலஜிஸ்ட் அவரை கன்சல்ட் பண்ணிருக்காரு. அவருக்கு ப்ராப்பர் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் கிடைக்கல. இருந்தாலும் அந்த கம்ப்ளைண்ட் வந்து ஸ்டில் நவ் இருந்துகிட்டே தான் சார் இருக்கு. இப்போ
hypnosis can help என்னோட பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் வியூ.
என்ன சார்?
hypnosis can help. எல்லாரும் நார்மலா சாப்பிடுறாங்க, நார்மலா டைஜஸ்ட் பண்றாங்க, நார்மலா எக்ஸ்கிரீட் பண்றாங்க. இவருக்கு மட்டும் சாப்பிட்ட உடனே வெளியில வரணும்னு தோணுது. அந்த பவல் தாங்க மாட்டேங்குது, பவல் காட் இரிட்டேட்டட், பவல் சென்ஸ் எவ்ரிதிங் அவுட். அது வந்து காரமா இருந்தா அது எரிச்சல் வந்தா பரவாயில்ல. நார்மல் வாழைப்பழம் சாப்பிட்டா, இட்லி சாப்பிட்டா பவல் இரிட்டேட் ஆச்சுன்னா the programming is wrong. The body was made to understand a different way. We can maybe we can make it understand the proper way, right? We can check out with hypnosis. உங்களுக்கு யாராவது ஹிப்னோதெரபிஸ்ட் தெரிஞ்சா கூட்டு போய் பாருங்க.
அப்ப நம்ம செல்ஃப் ஹிப்னாசிஸ்ல நமக்கு அதுக்கு வழி இருக்கு, அப்படிதானே சார்?
இருக்குன்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். ஒரு ஹிப்னோடிஸ்ட் கிட்ட கூட்டு போய் பாருங்கள். நீங்களா பண்றதை விட ஒரு ஆள் எக்ஸ்டர்னல் ஹெல்ப் கிடைக்கிறது முதல்ல நல்லது. ஏன்னா மத்த அதை பத்தி எல்லாம் பாத்துட்டீங்கல்ல, அதனால ஹிப்னோடிஸ்ட் போய் பாக்குறது நல்லது, நீங்களா செல்ஃப் ஹிப்னாசிஸ் பண்றதை விட.
ஓகே ஓகே சார். ஓகே,
செக் அவுட் எனி ஹிப்னோடிஸ்ட்.
ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார். தேங்க் யூ சார். தேங்க் யூ வெரி மச்.
Others?
Hello, sir. Yeah, hello, sir.
Good evening, Ram sir. Ram sir.
யாரோ ஹலோ சொன்னாங்க.
Bhavana sir.
வாங்க வாங்க, சீக்கிரமா முடிங்க, வாங்க வாங்க.
As usual, நல்ல எக்ஸலென்ட் ப்ரோக்ராம் சார். பட் நீங்க அந்த ஷேரிங் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணீங்க இல்லையா, உங்க டெமோ ஷேரிங்லாம், அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து எனக்கு வால்யூமே இல்ல, எனக்கு அப்படியே வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். இப்பதான் எனக்கு தோணுச்சு, மறுபடியும் வெளியே போயிட்டு வந்தேன். யூ டிட் யுவர் செல்ஃப் ஹிப்னாசிஸ் சார், பண்ணீங்களா?
எது?
செல்ஃப் ஹிப்னாசிஸ்
ரிலாக்சேஷன் process பண்ணல, மத்த டெமோ தான் காமிச்சேன் நான். நீங்க நேரம் இல்ல, 1 hour program 2 hours தான் பண்ணலாம். இன்னும் 1 hour தான் பண்ணல. ரைட்டா? வாங்க others வாங்க. மற்றவங்க கேள்விகள், questions, interactions.
Yes, sir. Can we do this thing for a restless child?
Yeah, the child is restless because the child is uncomfortable. Almost all the children are uncomfortable. My mommy tells them what not to do. All mummies and all daddies tell them, don't be you, don't be the sex you are, don't be a child, don't grow up, don't think what you think, don't do what you do, don't feel what you feel, don't be important, don't be close, don't belong here. So these are some of the messages which all mummies and daddies give. Most of the children take it and they have minor problems. Some people do not take it and they are totally restless.
Okay, sir.
We can work with it. We'll check it out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Others?
சார் உங்களோட புக் வேணும் சார்.
Good evening, sir.
புக் இல்ல, இப்போ அமேசான்லயும் இல்ல, பிளிப்கார்ட்லயும் இல்ல, பிரிண்ட்லயும் இல்ல. ஆல்ரெடி 10 editions came by, 12,000 copies sold. Now I hardly have 1 or 2 copies with me. All that I can do is I can take a Xerox and give you. Not being published. 10 edition வந்துச்சு, நிறுத்திட்டார் காந்தி கண்ணதாசன் பதிப்பகம். வேணா நான் I'll tell him to publish again. Others?
Please sir.
Others?
Anita ma'am, you can ask.
வாங்க வாங்க வாங்க.
குட் ஈவினிங் சார். நான் அனிதா பேசுறேன். இப்போ வந்து நீங்க சொன்னபடி லைக் இஸ் திஸ் வெரி எஃபெக்டிவ் வித் children who have been abused sexually? Because I've heard that I've observed that also in the mansla படிக்கிறச்ச. In fact, there's something called pentothal test. When children are not ready to speak about the traumatic experience, there's something called pentothal, which is
sodium pentothal, sodium amytal.
Correct. அது வந்து intravenous இது உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கலாம். That intravenous இத கொடுத்து they'll make the child talk about the traumatic experience. It might take a few sessions. So definitely at the end of it, children they do come out with a lot of things which they are not ready to speak to others and doctors when they are in a normal state. When they go to a subconscious state, they are ready to speak about those the traumatic experience. This was something which I thought I'll share, sir. So I think sexual abuse, உங்களுக்கு கூட தெரிஞ்சிருக்கலாம். The sexual abuse casesல வந்து I think it's found to be very effective.
So two things I would like to add. The sodium amytal pentothal chemical இல்லாமலே hypnotherapy ஏஜ் ரிடக்ஷன்ல இத பண்ண முடியும். ஒன்னு. Number 2, the child needs a lot of positive touch, safe touch. So the sex abuse சொல்றபோது அது ஆனா பெண்ணான்னு பார்த்துட்டு the other sex அவங்க கம்ஃபர்டபுளா அந்த டச் கொண்டு வந்து அதெல்லாம் கொண்டு வந்து அந்த டச் will rearrange it. இவங்க இப்போ ஒரு சென்சரி எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வச்சிருக்காங்க. We need to overdo the other sex experience. Supposing நல்ல ஸ்வீட் சாப்பிட்டுட்டு you eat a lot of sweets and then you drink coffee, the coffee is not quite okay, right? So in that context, the child will have a problem there. So child has got a traumatic experience. Give a lot of positive touch and give a lot of safe environment, and then the child feels safe, and then it is willing to undergo hypnosis. It is possible to find out the root cause and then rearrange it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a wonderful session, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, Anita. Others? Yeah. Very good. Questions?
Sir, may I?
Yes, go ahead.
Excellent, sir, as usual. The earlier question which I had, you just now answered, because I was having a session with a young kid who was, has undergone a CSA, and there were a lot of sessions I had to do with her till she was ready. I only wanted to know, do you think hypnosis would have speeded up the process? Not that she was in a hurry, but suppose, the parents are saying, give a solution, because she's still, spending about 3 hours in the bathroom she was spending. And I realized that, after she opened up and all that it was a case of an escapism, and she went through it. Do you think hypnosis would have speeded up
Yes,
the
definitely possible that hypnosis can speed up the process.
Okay.
Back, 25 years back, I think, or maybe 30 years, I had a lady who was at the far end of Chennai, and she gets up in the morning by sex abuse. Around 20 years old girl. She gets up in the morning by 6 o'clock, and it travels all the way. By the time she comes here, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I normally give her time in the morning on Saturdays. I have a half a day office in LIC of India. That time I was working in LIC. My wife was working in Indian Oil, but 5 days office. So she comes here by 8 o'clock, and then I take her through a hypnosis process, and then she will cry a lot. Anytime I take her back, she will cry out a lot, and she will even scream. And then I will allow her to sleep further on, and then I will tell my wife to take care of this girl, and then I will go to office. And then maybe she will wake up by 9 o'clock, maybe by 10 o'clock. And when she wakes up, my wife helps her out, and then she gives her some tiffin, and then she sends her home. I tell my wife, anytime she wakes up, she will wake up, do not disturb her. She will cry her heart out in pain, and then she will go to sleep. I suggested that you go to sleep, and then you come out whenever you feel comfortable. When you choose to slowly, you can come out. And then you can open your eyes and feel good about yourself. This is a safe environment. And then I'll go to office. My wife will take care of her and give her tiffin and then send her out. She used to come on Saturdays. So I know the pain. I know the pain.
Yeah. So interesting. Very, very useful information also, sir. Because this I'm doing online, because now I'm not able to do it physically. So, and many times she says, feels very embarrassed when she breaks down, and she says it's so weird and all that. So I kind of, tell her that it's a very, very normal, and that, the release, I can imagine that the release, how much.
Encourage her to try a
Suggestion
lot.
of yours that she should, go to sleep after that. I think, I never thought about this, and this I think would
Let them
really
sleep.
help. And perhaps, like you said, in the dream itself, most of it could have got resolved also.
Yeah, that's
Like
all.
you earlier said, yeah.
Encourage her to cry.
Okay, yeah, okay,
It's
okay.
cry and take it out.
Mm.
There's so much of sadness inside.
Yes.
So all the sorrow has got to come out. The best thing is to cry. Allow her to cry, allow her to sleep.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Excellent,
Welcome.
sir. Excellent.
Others?
Sir, the trans 4 types சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா? Hello.
Trans
light, medium. 4 types சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா? Light, medium and அது fourth name கரெக்ட்டா சொல்லுங்க சார். எனக்கு சரியா உள்ள.
SOMNAM BULISTIC. SOM SOM NAM NAM BULISTIC. Somnambulistic. Somnambulism is sleepwalking in normal English. Somnambulistic in hypnosis term, it means you are able to go into much deeper levels of trance state. வசிய நிலை பழந்தமிழ்ல இதுக்கு சுளுத்தின்னு பேரு. சுற்றுச்சூழல் மறந்து, பசி தூக்கம் மறந்து, கவலை மறந்து, வலிகள் எல்லாம் மறந்து ஆழ்ந்து அமிழ்ந்து போயிருக்கிற நிலைக்கு வந்து வசிய நிலைன்னு பேரு.
ஓகே சார், தேங்க்யூ சார். வழக்கம் போல உங்க உரை ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது.
வெல்கம். நன்றி ரவி. அதர்ஸ் क्वेश्चंस?
Hello sir.
வாங்க.
Sir, your session was very good. Yeah, it remembered me of my Niemann's professor. So morning I spoke to you, no sir, on phone.
Right, ஆமா சொன்னீங்க.
So I remembered it's very good session, very informative. I learned lot of things, sir. Thank you. All the best for next session, sir.
அடுத்த செஷன் வந்து சைக்காலஜி 101 உங்க ஏரியாவுல வர்றேன் நானு. ட்ரெஸ் பாசிங்.
Okay sir. I'm very waiting.
101, TA 101 and hypnosis 101. Next week I am entering your arena, psychology 101 in my style.
Okay sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Right. Others?
Sir, excellent session, sir. Excellent session. Very congratulations, sir. My question to you is, sir, sir, this hypnosis, what state we will be taking to a person, sir, like from beta to alpha, then theta?
Everyone is going into alpha. Even light trance is going into alpha. Beta is working 7 to 14 waves, they say. Alpha is 4 to 7 waves, brain waves.
Right.
Electroencephalogram records it, I believe. They call it alpha wave and beta wave. Beta is working wave. Alpha is relaxing wave. So all the people under hypnosis, they will be in alpha wave. Automatic, natural, normal.
So that is the best ideal stage of this thing, no, sir? Our wave.
Yeah, alpha state is ideal state to receive positive suggestions and recommendations. You are right.
Sir, one thing I wanted to tell, sir, some people like hypnosis, they can get the suggestive, they can obey the suggestive commands. But some clients, they are not able to get into that command, suggestive command. Is it due to their subconscious, conscious conflict is going on in their mind? They are not accepting our command?
Don't complicate it. And two things. Number one, the word is not command. The word command is used only in military. A superior officer telling a junior officer. And for any command.
Suggestion.
So we call it affirmation and suggestion is one area. Another one, if the other person is not coming under hypnosis with you, he will very likely come under hypnosis with a lady or with another hypnotist. Maybe your mustache is not okay, Maybe your hairstyle is not okay. Maybe your height and weight is not okay. Maybe the home environment is not okay. Maybe maybe I will have a Pillar statue here in my room, and he may be a Christian or a Muslim. So he may not feel comfortable here. So very many things can come into play, which he himself might not know it. So in that context, if he doesn't come under hypnosis, it doesn't mean he cannot be hypnotized. He will get hypnotized by somebody else. You can hypnotize someone else. So nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with him. You two are not compatible in this area. That's all. Send him to somebody else.
Yeah. True, sir. True, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very good suggestion. Very good.
Welcome. Others? Very good.
Excellent session, sir. I really enjoyed your session. I want to join your hypnosis class and learn much more.
So take my phone number.
Yes. Definitely. Thank you so
I do not know how to say hi in WhatsApp. I am computer illiterate. So whoever wants to get in touch with me, please send a WhatsApp hi so that I can respond. I know how to give a reply. I do not know how to send a hi to people.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Others? 6:30 முடிச்சிரும். 2 more minutes. Whoever wants anything. Yeah. So
Sir, shall I read out questions, sir?
சொல்லுங்க வாங்க.
People use lockets to control others' mind. Is it true? From Deepti. People use lockets to control others' mind. Is it true? Lockets are dollar. Chainல இருக்கும்ல.
அது போட்டு இப்படி dangling. That's not necessary at all. Absolutely not necessary, because people believe in those things. Hypnotists also use those things. And the eye கூட கிடையாது. Eyes have got, the hypnotist eyes are normalized. Get the point? I have a problem with my right eye and my left eye. This is on the short sight to long sight. I have a problem here in short sight. I have a problem here in long sight. And because I have one problem in this area, one problem in other area, I am not wearing spectacles, and I am managing somehow with both. Get the point? So hypnotist doesn't have any powerful eyes at all. And the dollar or pendulum or dowsing, that is also not necessary. Simply because the whole human population believes in those things, hypnotists use those symbols. They are of no use value. They are not necessary at all. And because you believe in them, and we show you those things, and you go into hypnosis because of that. Other than that, the hypnotist has got no powerful eyes, and this dowsing process and this dangling process are not necessary.
Thieves hypnotize with their eyes to steal gold. Is hypnotize that easy?
If it is easy, all the hypnotists will be rich people in the world, or will be in the jail in the world. Doesn't work.
Then in counseling scenario, when to use hypnosis like CBT from Deepa?
CBT is more in the realm of cognition and behavior, conscious mind, left brain, logical thinking. Hypnosis is more in the realm of therapy, depth psychology, emotional brain, and the subconscious mind and right brain. So there are two different realms from my point of view. Cognition is about awareness of what is going on in front of you, thinking process, deciding process, short-writing process, and the employing process, acting process is cognition. And behavior is action or performance. But we are in the area called thought and feeling and subconscious mind and unconscious mind. So CBT is more logical left brain, and hypnosis is more unconscious right brain.
Thank you, sir. Then from Vijay Priya, hypnosis is used only for therapy. Is in hands of miscreants can cause ill effects.
Ill effects, every single sentence, every single word offered by the hypnotist is only positive. When positive is going, when you look beautiful, you are intelligent, you are clever, you are studious, you can score high marks, you can perform very well, you can work in a team, you can communicate very well, your interpersonal relationship will improve, you think of yourself positively, you have a high positive self-esteem, your body is in good shape, your mind is in good shape, You motivate yourself from within. You can achieve your goals. You can persevere. You have tenacity, you have guts. You are risk taking. You stick your neck out. You manage your time well. You manage your anxiety well. You manage your stress well. You can do wonders in your life. I told you about 40 different sentences. All of them are positive. Ask anybody to say 40 sentences non-stop. We tell you only positives. There are no wrong effectives at all. Others?
Thank you. Is it dangerous in any way or to anyone from
It is not
Anita?
dangerous. When I tell people they come to me for a certain purpose, I give a lot of information about that purpose, how to achieve that purpose. Other than that, I don't do anything else. So in that context, it is not dangerous again.
Thank you, sir. Then in self-hypnosis, we give suggestions to us from Murli Krishna.
Yeah, in self-hypnosis, we give ourselves, when the hypnotist offers the suggestions, it's called hetero-hypnosis. Hetero, meaning another person. When another person offers suggestions, it's called hetero-hypnosis. When it comes from the hypnotist, it is called hetero-hypnosis. When you yourself hypnotize yourself after undergoing some training program, then it's called self-hypnosis. Once you undergo my training program, you will know what to do to solve your problems, what to do to achieve your goals. You can do it all by yourself. Then it is called self-hypnosis. When you are in my training program, learning from me, it's called hetero-hypnosis or a training hypnosis.
So they're asking for a hypnosis book and your book also, sir.
My book is out of print. So I can offer training program online. It is already Kannadasan Paripagam, Gandhi Kannadasan. Maybe make a phone call and a couple of you ask him, I want Muthiah Ramanathan's book, maybe he will print. I will also tell him that. He is in Tinagar. Gandhi Kannadasan is the name. Kannadasan Paripagam is the name of the publication. Poet laureate Kannadasan's son is running the publication. So some of you call him up and ask him, I want a hypnosis book by Muthiah Ramanathan. I will also talk to him tonight.
Thank you, sir.
So done. 6:34. I enjoyed being with you all. About 120 people were there. Really,
Sir,
really,
one last
so happy,
last
very
question you can take, sir.
participative.
Last question. Last question.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir,
Sir,
go ahead.
I want, sir, I am confused about this hypnosis. In hypnosis, we call conversational hypnosis, sir. What does it mean?
That's an altogether different subject. Normally, positively, in the process of talking itself, in the normal talking itself, the hypnotist talks a little positively in a different context. Without your awareness, you receive the positive information. Not specifically asking you to close your eyes, relax, taking you through a process of physical relaxation, visualization, and suggestion. Without your awareness, normally, in the normal course of talking, you are there, I am here, just as if you and I are talking with each other. I suggest in a different way, and then you get the message. To put it in a different way, supposing you ask me a question, I tell you an information, Tenali Raman, Akbar and Birbal, right? So Panchatantra story or Mullah Nasruddin story, you will get information from that Mullah Nasruddin story and answer for your problem. Right problem, what exactly is the problem, getting to understand the nature of your problem. I tell you Mullah Nasruddin story. Nasruddin has solved the problem this way. In Panchatantra, a crab solved its problem this way. A crocodile solved the problem this way. Tenali Raman did this. Maryada Raman did that. Birbal did that. When I tell you that a story, that's called. That's also coming under conversational hypnosis, wherein you will get the message. If Birbal can do that, I think I can also do that. Without your awareness, you will think of that and then put it into action and solve your problems. Now, all stories are indirect messages. All the stories are indirect messages. All the anecdotes, case histories. You ask me something, I talk about Martin Luther King and Barack Obama, how they solve their problems. You will get a solution for your problem. But then I did not give you a specific direct answer to your problem. I told you about Barack Obama. And looking at if Obama can do black person, Obama, if he can do that, I can do that. And then you will do that. So conversational hypnosis happens that way. You are not aware that you are being given a solution, but then you are receiving a solution. Anything else? Done? Thanks a lot. Close body close.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. I enjoyed being with you all. Very good
Thank you,
day.
sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for your explanation, sir. Thank you.
Sir. And anything else you want to tell
Thank
me
you, sir.
or give a feedback, please place it in the WhatsApp group. I'll appreciate that.
Thanks a lot, sir.
If you want to contact me personally, reach me through WhatsApp. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Sunanda. Thank you.
Already we are in trance stage, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was amazing and wonderful.
Sunanda, excellent last message. Conversation hypnosis to me from you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Kindly accept our gratitude on behalf of American College Madurai, MS Chellamuthu Institute Madurai, Madras School of Social Work Chennai, Red Pond Educational Research Center, Yellow Pond Counseling Center, TNCCA and TNCPA Steps Foundation, sir. Thank you once again.
Thanks.
Participants, we have yet another session tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks to Dr. Salim also.
Training.
Thank you, sir. It's our pleasure, sir.
Welcome.